So I'm just going to preface this video by showing off some of the techniques that I use in order to run this game. I try to run it in more of a fun way. I'm pretty sure there's a glitch that allows you to actually finish the game with an in-game time of 0 seconds and 1 second, and that's the current high score for all time. It's 0 seconds, and it basically just involves you getting to the end, making a copy of all your parts, and then simply ending a game, creating a new game, and then just basically instantly making the engine. That's not really any fun, so I tried to find a more creative way of actually running this game, and you can see right here, this is me, Mad Splinter, and 3-second speedrun in-game time. And so I'm going to show off some of the techniques that I use in order to actually accomplish that. So first thing, you always want to, whenever you start, you want to instantly hit Q. Probably could hit it a little bit quicker. Basically what this does is you can close up these two dialog boxes, opens up your inventory. I'm right clicking, you can always choose a lower quality, that's going to make it run a little bit quicker. I'm not going to care too much about this timer, but basically the first glitch that we're going to take advantage of in order to speedrun this game is if we pick up an item and then we open up in our inventory for the crafting station. You'll see that you can craft an item like this. Now, the thing is, what happens is if you ever hit Q or just basically close this dialog box and open it back up, what happens is it puts the item back in your inventory and then it crafts the stone for you. But the thing is, this is like a ghost item, so it doesn't actually fully copy the item, doesn't duplicate the item. But if you just tap escape twice, or the first time is to exit out of the dialog box, it pulls up the option to save your game. You can save it, it has to use local save. Then you can quit, and then you click resume. And once this loads, what this does is it allows you to pull this out, and instead of this being instead of this 2 dirt being a ghost item, which disappears once you try to stack it, it actually it fully duplicates the item. And now I've got 2 stone, so I can use that to craft things. Another glitch this takes advantage of, it's not really a glitch, but basically every single time you press Q or open up your inventory, it pauses the timer, which is extremely useful because there are a lot of different recipes and things you need to actually there are a lot of different recipes you can see here you need to craft the items. Now, another glitch that it takes advantage of is basically every time you hit escape and you save your game, what happens is the timer up at the top right here, what this doesn't show is the millisecond timer or anything past seconds, but the thing is what happens is you can go to 16.9 seconds, for example, save your game, quit, and then resume, and then it'll restart at flat 16 instead of 16.9 seconds. And so that's the biggest reason why in the run you'll see me constantly saving my game and resuming. Not only am I duping, but I'm also resetting the timer so I can keep it at 3 seconds throughout the entire run. And then pretty much the last thing to highlight is the fact that the way this all works is basically you start by collecting 5 dirt, and then if you look at the recipes you can see that 5 dirt allows you to craft all these basic items, and then because you can duplicate that 5 dirt and you can pretty much pause the timer, you can duplicate that dirt and craft all the components you need to fully craft the actual engine in the end. And so it takes around 30 minutes, I believe, of real life time, but the timer, because you're pausing it and you're resetting it back to that value without the milliseconds, it allows you to pretty much speedrun the game in 3 seconds. And I'm pretty sure you could actually speedrun this game in something more like 2 seconds if you get a really good spawn. But yeah, that was just to basically premise this and show off some of the tactics that I used in the run, and move on to the run now.
30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25